So students, today we are going to start the new topic, that is plant ecology, and in this plant ecology we are going to view different parameters. So the topic of today is the ecology and ecological factors. First of all, we can see what is ecology. Ecology is the term which derived from two Greek words. First one is known as oikos, means house or place to live, and the second one is logos, which means to discuss or to study. So simply we can say that ecology is the place where the organism live, and to study that particular living organism along with the environment, we called it as a ecology. Ecology is the study of interrelationship of organism with their physical and abiotic and biotic factors. So we can say that in ecology the most important thing is a biotic and abiotic factors that usually useful in a different parameters for the study of ecology. Now there is different types of definitions which is given by different types of workers, scientists for the ecology. The first and most important definition is that we call a traditional definition is the study of organism and its environment. However, different ecologists have defined it variously. For example, Ernst Haeckel in 1869 defined ecology as the total relation of animal to both its organic and inorganic environment. So here we can say that there is the inclusion of different types of matter, different types of parts that we call organic and inorganic. So when we look for the relationship, then we call it as a ecology. Taylor in 1936 defined ecology as the science of all relations of organism to all their environment. Means again the same thing, environment and the relation of that environment to the organism is nothing but the ecology. Now, according to Southwick in 1976, ecology is the scientific study of the relationship of living organisms with each other and with their environments. So, in this particular definition, you can see that the living organisms are there, they are having the interaction between each other, and along with that, the environmental factor is also given in the definition. Thus, it is the science of biological interactions among individual populations and communities. Ecology is also the science of ecosystems, the interactions or interrelation of biotic component with their non-living organism. So we can say that in ecology, this is nothing but the addition to the previous definitions. Now moving to the branches of ecology, we can say that in ecology there is main two branches, out ecology and syn ecology. Out ecology is nothing but the single organism. When we starts to discuss study, then we call it as out ecology, whereas in syn ecology we can go for the organisms and relationship of these organisms along with the environment and other living organisms. So this is nothing but the basic difference between out ecology. Simply we can say that out ecology is the study of single organism and their environment, and syn ecology is the inclusion of different parameters. Moving to the ecological factors, there is a two types of factors. One is known as abiotic factor and another is known as biotic factor. These are the two factors. The abiotic components are characterized by physical and chemical factors such as light, temperature, rainfall, pressure, pH, the content of oxygen and different gases. Here we can say that atmosphere is there, hydrosphere is there, lithosphere is there. These are nothing but the abiotic factors. Now the biotic components includes all living organisms. That includes the different organisms living on the earth. Now, the abiotic factors are classified as climatic factor, topographic factor, and edaphic factor. These are the three factors which we can say that we can call it as a abiotic factor because they are non-living, but they shows the influence on organism and hence it is studied under the ecological factor. First is climatic factor, topographic factor, and edaphic factor. We are going to discuss these factors in detail. Now moving to the climatic factors. The climatic factors includes light, temperature, water, atmosphere and fire. These are nothing but the climatic factor as they are having inclusion of climate. For example, we can say that water which is having the inclusion of atmospheric water, rainfall, precipitation, soil moisture, all and so on. These are nothing but the water. Means simply we cannot say that water, we can say that atmospheric water, rainfall, precipitation, soil moisture, these are all the parameters related to a climatic factor under the topic water. Now when we talk about atmosphere, in atmosphere we can say that gases and winds are also inclusive. So these are nothing but the climatic factors. Now what is topographic factor? In a topographic factor we can say that altitude is there, direction of mountain is there, chains of valley, chains and valleys are there, steepness and exposure of the slope is there. So this is nothing but the factors which is related to topography. For example, we can say that steepness of the slopes, or we can say the slope size, height, all these things are nothing but the topographic factor. Now the third most important factor is edaphic factor, and this edaphic factor is the parameter related to soil and soil structure. So when we talk about soil, in a soil we can say different parameter is there, such as soil structure, soil inclusion, say for example different combinations of soil. So all these are nothing but the edaphic factor. So climatic factor we can say light, temperature and all these factors are included in this. So simply we can say that there is a different types of factors which influence on the environment of the living organism, and hence it is compulsory to study all these parameters in the ecology. So here we conclude today's lecture. In next lecture we are going to see the climatic factors in detail.